Good.
Hello and welcome to Clarity Live Social TV. This is Paul. I'm Barbara, and
Hello.
it's Monday at 2 o'clock, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Our new regular slots: 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, Monday and Tuesday, and Friday, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so there you go. We're getting into our rhythm here, aren't we, Paul?
We are, yes.
We're getting into the rhythm.
10 and 2.
This morning we had a really nice session in the shack.
Yes.
And what are we selling today, Paul?
Okay, so today we've got a lovely collection of stamps from our dear friend Jayne Nestorenko. Many of you that have been around for a while will recognise the name Jayne Nestorenko. She was really big in the industry, and her artwork and her just the person being, she was just lovely.
She was a fabulous lady.
Really was. And when she passed, she handed it over to Barb, didn't she?
She did. She was good enough to entrust us with her artwork.
Yeah.
So
do you remember when we first turned it into Groovy?
We went up to see her, didn't we? And we showed her all the samples.
Because Jayne was a stamper, wasn't she?
She was.
Beautiful stamper.
Yeah, really beautiful stamp work. And that was like me, she and I, we were kindred spirits in that regard.
Yeah.
And then when she was very, very poorly, you and I went up and showed her, because as I said, we'd like to turn this into something for parchment. And then we went up to see her. Do you remember? She could not believe it.
No, she just burst into tears, didn't she? That her artwork could be transformed in that way.
It was quite something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
should we do some housekeeping then?
Let's do some housekeeping. Where to sell, where to buy.
Where to buy. We'll sell, you buy. Okay, so we've got two options for you. If you're new to Clarity Social TV, there's two ways to buy it. Across the bottom, across here, you've got our website, which is claritycrafts.com. Alternatively, you can call our UK call centre, aka Sue downstairs, on 01732 868 215. We do ship internationally as well, so don't worry if you're tuning in maybe from Europe, the States, Australia. We had some friends from Australia with us in the shack this morning.
Yeah, we did, and Germany.
Yeah, and we ship worldwide. If you've got any questions, then just pop up there and in the chat, and we'll try and answer those for you. But that's the key thing. Now, when we look at down the side of the screen, I'm going to be very rude and point over in front of Barb. At the top of the screen, you've got that 5-digit number. So for this one, it's 12039. Underneath, you've got the product image. Underneath that, you've got your product title. And then finally, you've got some prices. Now, the price that's been struck out is the normal RRP. This one here should be £59.98. And you've got a £10 saving, which means you will only pay £49.98. However, if you belong to any of the Clarity Craft Clubs, Stamp, Stencil or Groovy, 1, 2 or 3, you'll either get 10, 12.5 or 15% discount on top of that as well.
Thank you.
I'll draw a breath now.
And the other thing is, if you, for example, are watching this on catch up, so we want to show you on our website where to watch us. Obviously, if you found us, if you're watching now, you found us. But there is a really good way to watch us on the website. And the other thing is, it's like simple. If you don't do Facebook or you don't do YouTube, then you can watch us on the internet on the website.
Yeah, so you can just go straight to claritycrafts.com. And then when you go to the homepage, if it's a live show, you'll see it broadcasting underneath. So if we have a look on
let's have a look
overhead,
and we can show you on the iPad here. So for example, here, if I come down a little bit here, you'll see this will be where the live stream is.
Yep, so that would just be updated. I think we have to go live.
We have to go live to do that. But the other thing that I wanted to show is here, it says Clarity TV and Catch Up Craft. So you've got Clarity TV up there.
Yeah.
Anything that's got teal. Let's see what happens if we click this one.
This is a new button. This
is a new button, and this is Catch Up TV.
Yes, so this is the live show we're currently doing now.
Yep.
And
go on then.
And then you've also got some downloads, because that's the new thing that we've recently introduced, is the demo download.
So if, for example, Jayne's Floral Sampler, if I press that, you'll see here, these are the demos that we do, or I'm doing. So we've done a download for you, and it will show you what the demo is, like this. what was made and what was used. So this will be great. There's another one, what was made and what was used. So those two then will be in that area. And you can see there's the second one there. What was you? Oh, hello. We seem to have the same one twice, or am I dreaming? Let's have a look. Yeah, we got the same one twice. Okay, that'll get changed.
Yeah, Jim will sort that out.
Jim will sort that. We've got the same. What we need is that one and that one.
All righty. Yeah, okay. So they'll be there by the time you've finished watching the show. They'll be there for you to download.
Yeah.
And it's great because it's like an encyclopedia, isn't it? You can just collect the series or the show, so to speak, and then put them in a folder. And then you think, oh, there was a stamp set. When was it?
Yeah.
And on that download, it'll tell you the date,
exactly,
the time, and everything that's been used.
Yeah, that's it. So that, I think that's a really good way to watch. And these downloads, you know, you're building a library of knowledge as well, as, you know, and techniques and tricks. So it's great. I think it's a good idea because it's just project after project after project.
That's right. And because we're now doing 10 and 2, Monday, Tuesdays and Fridays, we're going to be bringing you lots of ideas and inspiration. So, and then maybe you can't watch live at this time, but you can go back and watch and think, oh, Barb did a demo doing this. When was it? Scroll back into the history. You'll be able to sit, watch it again, and then download the demo.
Yeah. So, you know, it's there's no pressure selling here.
No.
You know, we just want to showcase our beautiful stamps that we make in house and our groovy plates that we make in house, and we just want to. I've always been a big believer in education, inspiration, ideas, motivation, showing you what can be done, and then you'll just say, do you know what? I want to have a go at that.
Yeah.
That's how it works for me.
Definitely. And I mean, that's what the shack's all about on a Monday morning, isn't it? A pen and a piece of paper.
That's all you need.
And when that started in lockdown and it was the wires on the bird and everyone said, I can't do that. And now they're about to start drawing the nativities.
More will be revealed. Right, so now let's have a look at the actual product today, shall we?
Okay.
Let's take a look at the product. So this is the double, we got two sets here.
We have, so maybe you're tuning in for the first time. So the brand new one is the floral collection, which is the one nearest to the information on the screen, which is this one just here. So that's brand new. So if you want to go for that one on its own, the item number is 12022, which is $29.99. Then we have the previous collection from Jayne moving along from there, which will be the next item. And this is Jayne's Winter Scenes Christmas Sampler. And the item number for that is 11947. However, if you want to go for both of them, then the item number for that is 12039. £10 saving, you're going to pay $49.98 plus your Clarity Craft discount.
That's it. And I'm going to show you what you can do with these tiny little stamps.
These are lovely.
I think one of the things worth noting as well is they're large stamp sets, but it's packed with small stamps. So if we have a look, for example, here, this is the stamp set, but we've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. We've got 24. We have an advent calendar here, people.
Yes.
Right? And when you actually look, let me just bring this up and let's just look at these little stamps because they're all identical. This is the new ones. And you can see here what Jazz has done. She's taken, so you may be familiar with the dahlias, the roses, these are all beautiful illustrations from Jayne. The agapanthus, that's such a beautiful one. Then down the bottom, we've got 2 rows of Christmas ones. We've got the holly and the ivy, and then we've got poinsettia down the bottom as well. So, and they're all exactly the same size, and they're just perfect for small cards, you know. And with the, I'm going to say it, the cost of postage right now, it might be worth thinking about. You know, somebody was saying to me, I think it was Hazel Edwards, was saying the size of cards now has, you know, where we used to sell 6 by 6 and 7, now it's like, oh, you want to probably reduce the size.
It's that little slot that it has to go through to keep the cost down.
So we're playing it safe and we're going really small here. So let's have a look. That's the board. Let's have a look at some of the artwork so we can see now.
So this is a piece by Linda Spencer, and Linda has combined it with Jayne's original fuchsia collection.
So this is really, this was important for me to show you this one first time so that our friends at home can see immediately the difference in size.
Yes.
This is the existing little stamplets.
Yeah.
And this is the original
I like that, stamplets.
These are tiny little stamplets.
Then we have another one from Linda Spencer. I like this because you can overlap them. If you use our blank mask material, you can easily do that, can't you?
Yeah, it's very nice. There's a, let me just show you that. Isn't that just lovely? Hey? Yeah, I know.
And then we've got a piece from Sheila Metzeler. And this one's quite nice because it opens out like that.
Nice?
Some of our designer paper.
Love that. Look at that.
And it's just folding the card back, isn't it? And
then
it's just cutting out.
It's just taking that, folding it over, and then using the fold.
Yeah.
And this is very nice designer paper, Rainbow River, I think that is.
Yeah. Then we have one from Sarah Brennan.
She's gone to town with the doodle dies.
She has, and you're going to tell us all about the doodle dies.
That's exactly what we're going to focus on, because for edging and framing, this is such a lovely, clean, tidy way to go, isn't it?
Then we have a piece from Jayne Telford. Now, I love this effect, the tile effect.
Yeah.
And then just a sentiment in the middle.
And she's used the same stamp. Let's have a look. There it is there. She's used the same stamp for the entire piece, which is quite something. And then this one also,
Sheila Metzeler.
Sheila Metzeler, you can see here, she's used that one butterfly for the whole thing, layering,
some shading in there to
very
give it
nice.
The depth.
Yeah, that three-dimensional effect.
One from Jayne Telford again.
And we can see here she's used that really nice grungy background stamp. And then she's used all different ones. There's one there. Then she's used the butterfly here. Then she's used the agapanthus there. And then she's used the budlets, the budlets
of the
agapanthus.
So it just shows the versatility of the design. And because you've got those sentiments down the side, you've got happy birthday, I love you, best wishes.
You do. You've got, exactly. You've got some really good ones there. Happy birthday, I love you, best wishes, thinking of you, merry and bright, peace on earth.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. And then the names of the flowers as well. Adore. Isn't that lovely?
I know.
Yeah.
Jayne.
So let's just pop that there. And now let's take a look at the second set. These are the winter set, same size. Yes. So now what we're saying here is very interchangeable.
Yeah.
So these are beautiful as well. These are the playful, these are really winter Christmas scenes. And if I just scroll down slowly like that, you can see.
So you've got that bridge there that isn't necessarily Christmas. You've got the tree. That church is lovely for a wedding.
Yeah. And I'll show you a trick on how to make it look like it snowed. It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas.
Just around the corner.
There you go. So this is obviously always
Linda Spencer
on buff craft card. Always looks lovely with white. I'm going to use a white pencil too.
And then we've got a couple of little, so you can go crisp and clean and quite traditional in the style, and then you can Sam Crow it.
Yeah, so you can Sam Crow it, don't you know it?
So well.
I love these. Look at these. These are so lovely. Look at that.
Because Jayne was very traditional in her style and colouring.
Yeah.
And then Jayne, Sam's put her twist on it.
Yeah.
And it completely changes
Very lovely, aren't they?
So we have this one here from Linda Spencer.
And she's used the Winter Children from Linda Williams to frame it. Love that in blue. And then we've got a really cool
Jayne
Telford, again using the tiles. A set of 9. Very lovely.
It's like a jigsaw type effect, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So you can see that not only are these very wintry and Christmas, but they are also exactly the same size as the other ones.
Yeah.
So now what I really would love to do though, Paul, is have a look, because we've got all these same designs in parchment as well. So I was thinking that it might be a really nice idea to check out the parchment.
Yeah.
Should we do that?
So should we start with in the same order? Should we have a look at the floral plate?
Good idea.
So we've got these as a pair.
Yeah,
if you want to go for the groovy pair. So the item number for that is 42402, and you've got an £8 saving on that.
So there they are in all their glory.
I know. With the groovy system, it's more versatile than the stamp because you can pick and choose.
Just pick what you want. If you want the piece on earth from that, but you want to add it in the middle of the tree, you can. You know, So these are absolutely glorious. 2 A4 plates, like Paul says. You can see that the on the screen 42402 is the bundle, and then they're available individually as well.
There we go. So we're going to look at the floral one first, and the item number for that one is 42252, and that's £23.99.
So this has just been just embossed as it comes.
Traced out, yeah.
So let's have a look. This is a great one because it shows you exactly.
It does. So this is from Glynis, and this is taking Jayne's original larger version of that rose. And then it's like a little tag,
compliment,
isn't it?
yeah. But it just, again, just for our friends at home who want to see the difference in size, that's the difference from the original to these little minuet
so they're not
ones.
They're not just slightly reduced. They're reduced
quite substantially.
That's the word, not magnificently. Julie Campbell has created it. And this Pico cutting, we looked at this on Friday
with the grids. Yeah. So that grid book from Linda tells you.
So you can go back and watch that from Friday's show. Then we have another piece from Josie Davidson. So similar to the stamp style, by doing 4 panels. And then this is Jayne's frame around the outside.
So if you've got the original set, then this will be the absolute perfect complement, won't it? Yeah.
And then this one, I don't even need to look at this one.
This is a Francis Knott masterpiece. Just want to show this off, really.
And this featured in the grid show on Friday as well.
There you go. Look at that. So that's that's the fuchsia, 4 different colorways. And all she's used is that little, no, where is it?
There you go. It's that one.
It's that one there. That one there. Look at that. That's all she's used.
That one, I know. And the best wishes from the sentiment next to it.
Yeah, there we go. There we are. Crazy, huh? I'm just about to sneeze. Excuse me.
You. And then we've got this piece here from Glynis Williams, Glynis Whitehead, using a Linda Williams easy layout plate.
Very clever.
So just little sections of it.
So that's the floral one.
Yeah.
And then the next one, if I could just swap that out with you.
Go.
Right, so this one is the traditional Christmas one. And let's just take a look at these now. So these are rather lovely. Francis Knott at her best. I'm just going to hold this up to offer it up to the overhead so that you can see what a beautiful piece of artwork that is. And when we first looked at that, we said, well, hang on a minute. Where is it? It's too big. And then we realized that she'd cobbled 2 together. So this here, you won't believe this, but I'm going to show you anyway. See that little picture there? That's that little picture there. Then she's taken the trees from, so she's got the cottages from there.
Yeah.
Right, that's that bit there. Then she's added the trees. Let's have a look.
There's a tree there.
There's a tree there. There's the trees here. There they are. There are the trees.
Yeah.
There's another. So she's pulled the trees in from different places to extend it. That's crazy, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Because we thought it was wrong artwork, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
That particular plate.
We did. Here's one from Carol Pankstello. Really lovely. Just 2 pictures, 2 scenes overlaid.
That's nice.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then we've got 3 here from Karen Jackson. I'm just going to bring it into the overhead because you can really see it better.
With the snowman.
Snowman in the center. And then I really like this as well. Just some really lovely little tags. Because they're small and they're useful, they're just great for little tags.
Quick and easy to do as well.
Very nice, using our tag dies.
Carol Pankstello did
there
those.
We go. And let's keep it moving, shall we?
So if you're interested in just a groovy plate for Jayne's winter scenes, the item number for that is 42327. But if you want to go for both of them, maybe it's the first time you've seen these designs, then the item number for that is 42402.
Cool.
So what are you going to show us?
We've done the housework. We've done the housekeeping.
I don't do housework.
Done the housekeeping. So now let's have a look. I thought what we would do today, because we know that these are beautiful little tiny samples, aren't they? So I thought we could have a look at a couple of pieces of artwork that I've done. The downloads are available.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to sort of branch off from that and do different variations. So the first thing I want to show you is just where I've gone let's say we're going to start with the wintry ones.
Yes.
Right, and then, but bear in mind, I could do this with any of these, whether I'm using the summer.
You've got 48 different options.
You've got 48 different options. I've just picked a couple from the winter scene to show you a snow trick, and then, but everything we're showing you here is possible with any of the designs.
Just changes in the middle. Absolutely.
So let's take these two little pictures here. I haven't mounted them. They're a moving feast. But that's because I wanted to kind of deconstruct it so I could show you some tricks. So, for example, we've got, let me just do this. If I take these two, you can see we've got the two little winter scenes. They're very much snow scenes. There you go. You can see that they've got embedders. One's got a simple embedding on it. One's got a double embedding. It goes up and back round it. See? Right. So I wanted to show you that.
Okay.
And then I also thought, because this was me doing this yesterday, then I also thought, all right, I really like combining the embedders with the doodle dies, you know, like for framing. It's all about the framing, isn't it? The finishing. So what are doodle dies? Many of you will be familiar with them, right? But the doodle dies are the dies that cut out these bits. So before we show you, let me just show you, you can cut these out. They're panels, right? So they come in all different sizes. So say, for example, I feel possibly, black's a bit severe, so I just cut it out of white, right? That doesn't make any difference at all. Let's say I don't want it to be so, I think there's too much black here, right? So then I just take the next size down and I'll go to white. This is a lot lighter. You'll see it in a minute. Then I can pop that on there like so. So now add a bit of glitter to that and it changes it completely. It does move it completely. So these doodle dies, they come as panels. That's the main key really, and come in loads of different sizes. If I just show you my square one.
So this one is the film strip one.
This is the film strip one.
So we've got a bundle available on the screen. Jazz has just changed that to the film strip one. £5 saving on that, £19.99, 31384.
So I'm going to concentrate on this particular one. But there are several different patterns,
we've got 5 different designs.
So do you want to show them off here before we carry on?
So we've got the film strip ones. The item number there is 31384. So that's if you cut them all out individually, you'll get all those nested.
You get these nested solid panels. But if you were to cut them out within each other, right, then, and I'll show you how that works, then you get, I'll show you the point of this, you get this.
The floppy part.
So let's just stop there for a minute, right, because I want to kind of explain what I mean by that. Right, I think it's a good idea to take the doodle die and have a look at what it is you're actually, just take one design and then we'll look at all the different shapes and sizes. So let's say, for example, I'm going to take my die set. Let's have a look at my die set. So I've got all these different dies, and let's say I want to cut that out. Right. So if I want to cut that out, then I'm going to take this die, right, and I'll cut that out, and that's what it will give me. It will cut out of a bigger piece of card, say. It will give me that. Yeah? So that's what I'll get. Now, if I want a smaller one, then I'll just use a smaller die, right? So then I'll get that.
Because you've got 10 different sizes to choose
from.
So
every time I do it, I'm going to get this panel. Now, let's say, just move that out of the way, humour me here, because this is what happened with me yesterday. So I did that, right? I did that. Then I did a black one like that, and I put a bit of companion paper behind it. And then the whole idea was for that to sit on there like that. And then I looked at it and I thought, I'm not in love with that. You know, like you do. I looked at it and I thought, oh,
it's missing something.
It is. But I was so tired, and Dave was making roast lamb, and I was like, oh, he's going to get the hump. I think said something else. He's going to get the regal hump if I don't go in the house. And I say, no, I've got to start again. So then I thought, oh, well, we could go different.
Yeah.
Right. So what? And then I thought I could kick myself that I hadn't taken this and cut that out. I really wanted that to be cut out of there.
Right.
Do you see?
Yeah.
But it was too late. It was too late.
Because you've done the embedding.
Because I've done the embedding. So if I ran that through the machine, it was going to squish it. No good. So I thought, right, there is a way here.
There's always a way.
There's always a way. And this is the point. If I take this, right, because I obviously, if I do it like that, it's got a panel in it. It's no good. So I just wanted this bit around there. Okay. So now I'm going to show you. If I take, this is what I get. If I put that one down like that,
right,
then I take this one and pop that in there. And I cut them both out at the same time. Right. So then what happens is the inside one becomes a cutting edge for the outside.
Yes.
So that's how, and then I could go smaller and smaller and smaller. So I keep getting more of these floppy bits.
Yeah.
As it goes down. Does that make more sense now?
It does. And also this is, you can use this then for another card, can't you? So you're not wasting.
No, so there's that one again, right? Yeah. So if you want solid panels, you have to cut them out individually.
Yeah.
If you want floppy bits, then you have to use the next one down inside, and it gives you the floppy bit.
Right.
And then that I can use perga glue, and I just add it to the two corners, and then I've got myself a really nice frame. So even though I can't cut in without wrecking it, because I've already done the embossing, the embedding on it. See that now on a smaller card like that looks a lot more pleasing to me.
Yeah, and because you've used a color that coordinates with what you've colored in with, you wouldn't really be able to do that because you couldn't have cut a solid panel out and then stamped and colored that.
No. So it's the contrast of the see, so I'm much happier with that now.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show you that it's not over. There is a way around it with this. Does that any of that make sense?
It does. The roast dinner made the call.
Yeah, the roast dinner made the call. But I just wanted to explain how these work. They are nested, but they also give you
the floppy bit as well.
The floppy bit if you need it.
Yeah.
So that was what I just wanted to inject in that. We will do a bit of this later, but I just wanted to explain why. Because when you look at this, right, that makes sense.
Yes.
And then you look at that and you think, what am I supposed to do with that? But this is just loads of that.
With one, and they've all been cut at the same time.
Yeah.
So if you want a load of frames, cut them all at once, and that's what you'll get.
Yeah.
But to get the panel and the frame together.
That's it. So you end up with those two like that.
Yeah.
That makes much more sense,
it
doesn't it? So now we can look at the other designs.
Okay, so the next one.
That one and that one.
That's that one. So that's your film strip.
Yes.
Then we have our hearts.
So these are nice. So you've got your panels with your hearts around the outside.
Yeah.
And then you've got your floppy bits as well.
That's it. So 31387 for the heart.
Good.
Then we have our dots.
This is like, to me, it's like round the mirror.
Yes, the light bulbs.
Yeah, they're nice. Very funky.
You could put some thread through those as well, couldn't you?
You could, couldn't you?
If you can find Fred.
Find Fred. Who's Fred?
Who's Fred? Then we have lattice, which is 31388.
Love lattice. There you go, and there's your bits again.
There we go. And then the final one in the collection is chevron, which is 31385.
And then that one gives you these bits as well. Really so nice. I'm a big fan of these, and you can't until you start using them. They just transform your artwork. They really they transform.
It is, and it's the same as the embedders as well. I mean, who would have thought with the embedders that such a difference that they would make to your card?
I know. Well, but the thing is, because these are dies, when you put them through the machine, it's like putting your artwork through a mangle. So I thought it would be a good idea, because I know a lot of our friends have got these. Some of you still need them.
Yeah.
And a lot of our friends have got the embedders. Some of you still need them.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do was show you what happens which sequence.
Yes.
If you want to use them together.
Yeah.
Because there is a sequence here.
Right.
Okay. So let me have a think for a minute. If I take, let me just have a think. I need to clear my head.
Okay.
I've been out since 5 o'clock. And I haven't stopped. So what I'm going to do is have a sip of tea.
Have a sip of tea. And then what we'll do, so if we bring the stamps back up on the screen for you, So if you want to go for both sets, then the item number is 12039, and you've got that £10 saving, so it's £49.98. If you want to go just for the brand new one, which is the floral sampler from Jayne, the item number for that is 12022, and that's £29.99 plus your Clarity Craft Club discount.
So, for example, the first thing I've got to ask myself is, right, I want the stamp. This is what we do. This is what we typically do. We stamp it, and then we start, and then we colour it. This is how we work as stampers. We stamp it, we colour it, and then we try and figure out what to do with it.
To finish it.
Yeah. So I think it's a good idea to work your way backwards, go back a little bit, or work your way forward.
So you're going in reverse.
Yeah, yeah. So let's say, for example, the first thing to do is to actually die cut first.
Yeah.
Right. So that gives you your outer edge.
Yeah.
Then you know where to stamp into.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just take a look at humour me here for a minute. So I've got the stamp here, let's say.
Yeah.
And I've got a piece of card.
Okay.
Right. So bear with me because I'm going to show you. I've already cut one out so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've already cut a piece out.
So this is using a large 8.5 by 11 stencil card.
Yeah, and I've cut it. I've already cut it so I can see what I'm going to do here.
Yeah.
Right. So now let's say, or I can use the little 3.5-inch pieces as well. Right.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But just bear with me for a moment because I want to go to this one. So let's say I'm going to stamp this out. And I'm going to use a piece of card. There you go. That's exactly that size. And I want it with the panel because in the end, I want it to look like that. So I'm going to stamp this into the center. Do you see?
Yeah.
But look, it's exactly the same as what I had before, right? But I want this to be on the outside before I start.
Yes.
I carry on.
Yeah.
Do you remember I said I couldn't?
Couldn't.
So now I've got to. So I'm going to take that. And I'm going to cut this one out first.
Okay.
So for me, this makes much more sense. So while I'm doing that, why don't I want to cut out a little one as well, like that. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So let me see what size that one is. And the reason I'm picking that size is because, right, I've got a plan.
You always have a plan.
Yeah. And they're called Dave's boxes. Okay. So if I take Dave's boxes, which are absolutely brilliant, right? If I wanted to put, and I don't have to completely cover the box, but say I wanted to put one of these on the lid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, right?
Made for perfection.
It is. And if I wanted to, I could take a piece of
a little swatches. Yes.
Yeah. So I could cut that out. I could cut it to size.
Yeah.
And then I could frame it like that.
Nice.
So beautiful, right? But that's the size that I need to do that. So I wonder whether I've already cut the card. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's on fire. Right, see? So that, for example, what a nice...
It just illuminates the frame, doesn't it?
See?
Yes.
So I'm just saying, for ideas, how else... There'd be so much fiddling to do.
Yeah.
So just hold that thought for a minute.
Okay.
That's why we're just explaining why I'm using this size and this size.
Yeah.
Right. So, oh, my arm. Okay. So I'm going to take this. I know it's painful to watch, isn't it?
Like weightlifting.
But I just wanted to show you. I think it's important that you actually see what we're doing here. So now I've got my, what am I using? A kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
I do like a kit and caboodle. Right. And I'm going to use a bit of poly bag. Poly bag.
Yeah, that's all the pockets down, the holes down the sides.
I have to say that Paul is much better at this type of art than me, aren't you?
But just die cutting a basic shape out.
I can cope.
Anybody can. I mean, no, anybody. There's no. I mean, we've got some lovely dies coming up on Friday, and again, they're not difficult.
No.
But for these, if you batch just cut a load out. If you've got scrap paper, just cut a load out. Parchment cuts beautifully.
I tell you what, while we're on the subject of doing this, I want 2 panels, don't I? So what I'm going for is panels.
Yes.
But if I wanted to go for this, like that, not like that, not like that, like that.
Like this,
if I wanted to go like that, no, it's the other way around. You know what I mean?
I do.
This one.
That one.
If I wanted to go like that, then I'd have to put that inside that.
Yes.
Right, to get that.
Yeah.
And if I do that, just so that you know, it's important that, see, that's going to go, I need it to the next size up.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you could do that and get a
larger frame on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all I'm going to do now is just give myself my frame. And normally I never cut this out. I usually just go to one that I've already done. But I think it's important, you know, not everybody is a die cutting expert.
No.
So we got the magnetic shim.
Yeah.
I've made sure that the blades are looking down.
Facing down.
And I've used a piece of poly bag.
Yeah.
To stop, because if this, it just cuts better.
It
stops you wrecking your plate as well.
Yeah, and the fibres getting embedded into the plate.
Exactly.
So if you're using black card, they often get embedded. Then you cut a piece of white card and you turn it over and you think, where'd the black come from? And it's
from all the little tiny fibres from the last time.
So that was the tip that we got from Dee many years ago, wasn't it, about using that? And it definitely does make the plates last longer as well.
I think so. I think it does. So let's have a look here, and then we'll show you. If I take this off here, right, and I'm going to take the time to do this because I put tape on it.
Yeah.
Right. So let's have a look. We're going to take this out of here. Right, that's that done.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's your little one for your
that's the little one done. And then this one, see, this is easy. All you need is a box like this. I think we're just going to take the
and they're not stuck in there. They're just being held because of the detail of the die. Because our dies have a special Teflon coating to them.
There you go.
And so, but you can see that all it is just, I mean, you could flick the piece of card and it would come out as well. And this is what 300 GSM cardstock I think we're using.
Yeah.
And then just on the dies, you just take the time just to do that. I mean, I don't bang the dies or anything like that. I just take the time because it doesn't take that long to do.
Not at all.
And as long as you clean them and you put them back, then they're good to go next time around.
And when you pop out the little bits like this, look, it doesn't take a long time.
No.
You could do it with a toothbrush.
Yeah.
You know, can't you?
Yeah.
I think a toothbrush. We're going to use a toothbrush later on. I might do this.
Ooh. Do you want me to do that?
And
you carry on,
and I can crack on.
That's it. I'll carry on with this.
Thank you.
Make myself useful.
Yeah. You do that. And
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. You'll be back in a minute. Let's move this out of the way so you know now how. I'm pretending there's somebody out there that's never done any die cutting, doesn't know where we get all these lovely panels from.
Yeah.
You know, now you know how we ended up with these panels. So let's have a look. And then I'm going to show you, because then you think, right, okay, step one, we've cut out our frames. This one, definitely for our boxes or for small artwork. Like, you know, now here, for example, I could take this and I could pop that on there like so. Right, so it's layering a go-go, isn't it?
That's rather lovely with the designer paper.
It is
in the background.
Yeah. So now, if I were to let's take a stamp. So if I could pick a stamp, any stamp. All right, let's take that one there. Okay, and I'm going to mount it because this is where you think, well, hang on a minute. How do you know to get it in the center? If the center is like on a larger piece, the center's further away from the edge.
Yeah. Here,
it'd be easy to position it. Here, to get it in the center is a little bit trickier. But we use these mega mounts. So if you look at the mega mounts, it's got these, see the lines?
They're laser etched, aren't they?
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me come in tight so you can see this. This is our stamp. If we've got a stamp positioner, this is it.
Yes.
Right? So you see these diagonals?
Yeah.
I've got 4 corners. So all I'm going to do is make sure that each of the corners sits on
the cross lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that sits on there, those 4 corners are sitting on there, then I know that that's going to be square. So if I pop it in there and I do this, all I've got to do is make sure that these lines are in the corners.
Oh, that's so obvious.
Do you see?
Wow.
So that works for that one.
Yeah.
And then this one, all I've got to do is look at this hatch here. See this line here? So I'll pop that in there and I'm going to stamp that one into the center. And all it's so easy now because I've got my edging there. So that's the theory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want one of our 4x4 mega mounts, the item number for that is 30380, $3.99. We do various different sizes. So if you go to the claritycrafts.com website and just type in mega mount, one word or two words, then you'll see all the different sizes that we have available.
But they're ideal for positioning. Yeah. So let's start on this one. Is my head in the way?
No, you're all clear.
Right, so I can just look at I just need to look at the four corners and then press, right? And then that is going to be in the center.
Wow.
Right, so all I'm looking at is these lines here, that they run through the corners on the card, and that should work quite well. Let's have a look.
So obvious. I mean, when you said earlier on, I'm going to show
bang in the middle. Oh, excuse me, sorry, it's, I wonder if that would be better. If I go like that. Maybe you can see that better.
Yeah.
There, so it's bang in the middle.
Wow. Because when you say I'm going to show how to get it right in the middle, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to draw pencil lines or something like that.
We'll just use the same with this one. See, what we're going to do now is use that outer edge there, and that'll be ideal. I mean, if you use a stamping platform, I don't know. Do they have these grids on them?
I don't know. I've never really looked at them in depth.
Right, let's have another go. Let's do this one. I just thought it was worth because if you want to go into mass production, and let's face it, at Christmas, apart from weddings, that's about the only time where you're going to make more than one. So I'm just looking at my grid.
Yeah.
Right, and there you go. It's down. So I'm just looking at that little edge there. Yeah. See? And then I know that it's going to fit.
Wow.
So there you go. That's straightforward.
Really, yeah.
Straightforward. And now I've done that. There you go. So I've got my two and they're bang in the middle.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's an easy street, really. And you could do that with any one of these.
Yeah. So you've got 48 different stamps. Wow.
So now I want to show you what this looks like when you go into mass production.
Yeah. Okay.
Because this is really, for me, look, this is when it starts to get really brilliant. Okay. Look. So these are cut, and you know, we've cut out loads of these, and then we stamp to go. Look, and they're so lovely to do. So you can see now how effective and efficient this is going to be, right?
So you can spend an afternoon die cutting, and then an afternoon stamping.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they work, don't they?
Yeah.
So let's do that, and then, as if that weren't enough, just so that you know how gorgeous it looks.
With the latest stamp release. So this is from the floral collection.
And this is just using one die, just using the square die.
And one stamp.
It's transformational.
Yeah.
And all you've got to do now, and I'm going to show you, is a little bit of colour.
Right, okay.
Right? Doesn't that look superb?
Look. Stunning.
So let's do that.
That's all your Christmas cards done then, Barb.
And my birthday cards for next year. So now the next thing is, let's go to these again. The next thing is the colouring, because I would do the colouring next.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm going to lean on it. So I want to do the colouring next.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say colouring.
Yeah.
I need low-tack masking tape.
Right.
So you do the selling, I'll do the demming.
Okay, so if you're interested in just the floral stamp set, the item number is 12022. And that's $29.99. If you want the winter collection from Jayne, the item number is 11947, and that's $29.99. However, if you want to treat yourself and go for both of them, then the item number for that is 12039, a saving of £10, $49.98, plus your Clarity Craft discount. And I'm guessing, Barb, also you're doing this with the stamps. But you could do these with parchment as well, couldn't
Perfectly. You? Yeah, really nicely.
So you could do your little squares and then put those on these lovely embedded dies.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Really nice.
So now let's put a moon in, just because we can.
Okay.
See the little moon? This
Yeah.
is where we're headed. So pop a little moon in. We'll put that behind the words like that.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Then we need pergoliners. Enter the pergoliners pencils.
Yeah.
So I'm using a really old one. It's exactly the same as the one that's in the set.
Okay.
So pergoliners.
Yeah. So, yeah. Go on.
I'm going to use the white one, and I'm going to add the white B pencil. And what that does is it adds. It's like mask. It's a resist technique.
Right.
So wherever I put the white,
yeah,
it's like snow. Okay. So we can just put a little bit of snow in there like that. And wherever I put the white, like there's definitely got white on that.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of white on there. Got some white on the
bushes.
The bushes. Yeah. Got white through there. This is all snow.
Yeah.
Right. Let's just say. Lots of snow. If there's a little bit of blue peeping through in a minute. What blue, she said. Where's the blue? Oh, it will come.
Okay.
Right.
So are you applying pressure when you're doing this?
Yeah, I am.
So you're creating a seal then because it's the wax-based pencil.
Yeah, so I'm pressing hardish. I mean, you don't have to go mad.
No.
Right. And do one, right? Do one.
Yeah, do one.
And then when you've done one, you'll soon know. Should I have pressed a bit harder? So on, right? So now I need spot-on sponges. I'm going to go with the spot-on sponges.
Okay, so everything that Barb's using is coming up on the screen. So the pergoliner pencils are 70063, special price of £24.99, £5 saving. Right.
So, but you can see it doesn't matter which one you pick, whether you pick the tiny ones or the larger ones. Right, it's going to be the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same principle.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to show you the colouring. Let's take a light colour first. Let's just take the light colour, tumbled glass. It's distress inks, just standard.
Okay.
Right.
So dye-based.
Yeah. And when I come through here, you'll see, like as I come through here, I'm sweeping across the tree, but the tree's not taking the ink. Do you see?
Oh, yeah.
So as I come in here, the pencil is resisting. Look, on that, even though I'm sweeping across it, it won't take the ink where the white pencil, where the all-base pencil is.
Yeah, so back in the day, to get this type of effect, you would have had to use that liquid masking material.
Liquid Frisket, yeah.
Or you'd have to glaze it, wouldn't you? Like with an embossing pen.
So you can do that, and you could also, when you wipe it through afterwards. So I've done the lighter colour first. Let's go in and have a little look up close, so you can see where the pencil's resisted it, right?
Yeah.
So then, right, I've done that light colour. Now let's go to the darker colour.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a good idea just to have a piece of paper.
Yeah.
To show you tricks and tips. This is all it's about, tricks and tips.
Okay. So we had a question, one of our friends at home, because we've got 241 friends in the room, was asking about that tool we were using.
Spellbinder thing.
Yeah, so it's a Spellbinder's tool in one. We don't actually stock them, but you'll be able to get them. They're readily available all over.
But do you know what I said about the toothbrush?
Yeah. There we go. Make sure you don't use it afterwards.
But honestly, if you...
It will still do the same, won't it? I know.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't sell you a toothbrush. Okay. But it does the job. I just happen to have a toothbrush here because I'm going to show you another trick in a minute. But, you know...
A toothbrush will do it. Absolutely.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, when I was cleaning that dye, the actual roller fell off the handle on that. That's why I was crawling under the floor.
Did it?
Yeah. I thought, oh, it just looks like my head. It's no hair.
Right. So you can see how that's really come to life now.
Building it up, isn't it?
And then if I see, I can wipe through on with a little tiny bit of moisture.
I won't tell anyone.
Okay, just a little tiny bit of moisture. There you go. And then we could take the moon off.
Jackie said she hoped that's not Dave's toothbrush. Don't tell him.
Don't tell him. You'll see him next week. He'll have blue teeth. So now I've done that.
Yeah.
Now for the reveal.
Right.
Okay, because obviously I've kept this clear.
Protected with the low tack tape.
Yeah, so pull that away.
And the low-tack
So
tape, it really does do what it says on the label, doesn't it?
So now we've got that area there.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's ideal.
Okay.
So let's take that one.
Yeah.
And let's just pretend we've done the same with that one, or with any of them, right?
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah.
So, oh no, let's take that one because because it's got the border around it. So pretend I've coloured it in and I've done all the job.
Okay.
Because now what I want to do is show you how to use the embedders.
The nested embedders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these were a real game changer, weren't they?
Yep.
We brought out the basic shape, which was the nested squares and rectangles. Then it went on to the circles and ovals. And then one of Barb's moments of clarity then came in the nested square embedders with the geo templates. And this really originated from the Shack, didn't it?
Let me come out a little bit.
And with the sort of the geo template when you was drawing something.
Well, also because I do printmaking. I'm a printmaker with Dave, and so what you find is often when you see nice artwork, often expensive artwork in galleries, it's got that embedded effect. When we started doing lino cutting, I was like, "Oh, I love that effect!" Right? How do you get it? So we invented these embedders. Now I want to show you these because this is. Let me just go to this. I'm going to put these to one side because I'm going to use them in a minute.
Okay.
But I want to show you how we get that embedded effect.
Yes.
Right. So the nested embedders for me, I put a bit of yellow in there so we can see what we're doing. Let's just take this. That's worth having as well.
Yeah.
But let's just take these pieces, and what you'll see is actually you've got two lots on the go here, and they fit. So that one, ignore my numbers. I put them there for a reason. Right. So that one goes in there. 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 That one's in there, and that one's in there. Right. So you've got you know that fits.
So it's two complete sets.
Two complete sets. It's like having two complete stencils.
Yeah.
But and this is something that I just went to the trouble of doing. If I want to embed like that there, so that it's
a traditional embed as you would do normally.
Hold on, it's gone a bit skewy. Let me see if it finds itself.
There
it is. See that embedded there?
Yes.
So that you can see it's number 1.
Yes.
Right. So number 2 is the one that goes back out the other way.
Right.
If I take number 3 and 4, it's in reverse.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you've got all these different possibilities.
Yeah.
So now let's go back to our artwork. Let's say I want to do this one, which is the one we were working on.
Yeah.
Right. So I pop that like that. And in order to do that, now somewhere I've got my original, here it is, my original artwork. So I can see, right, in order to do this, I need the number 1 from that one. That will give me that embed.
Yeah. And
then according to this, the number 2, this one, which is quite something because it's a much larger, it's that inside edge. So now we're going on the outside and on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you follow?
Yeah.
So these are the 2 I need.
Okay.
And this is the order in which to do it.
Yeah.
You die cut.
Yeah.
You stamp.
Yeah.
You colour.
Yeah.
Last thing to do is this.
Right.
Because that way, this will be pristine.
Yes.
Okay. So let me just take a piece of yellow card like that. And the first thing we'll do is the one on the inside, the smaller one. Right. The one that's closer, because it's easier to get square on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going on the front of your artwork.
Go on the front of the artwork.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take some low-tack tape.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to run it across, like, because it's going like that, right? I can hold it like that. I can see through, see exactly where it's going to go, like that. And then I'll just humour me here because I'm just detacking it. Even though it's low-tack tape,
yeah,
I want to detack it a little tiny bit on this edge here. It will still hold it, don't worry. Right.
So this is like the positioning triggers that you've used with the felt and more recently with those lovely landscape masks as well.
Now I flipped it to the back. Right. So I've got that on the front. Yeah. Now I'll flip it to the back. And now I'm going to we're going to go over the time here, aren't we?
I think our friends will be okay with that.
Is that all right? Nobody's going to switch us off, are they?
No, we've got 236 people in the room.
Fantastic. So I need my tool.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to use is, you can use a tumble dryer sheet.
Yeah.
If you can't, like I felt that, I can feel it. But if you've got like a bone folder or something,
Yes,
you can just feel, you go round and you can feel where it is. You can just, as you go along,
we can
you
just
hit.
see that as you twist, we can just see that it's sort of, it's creating that effect.
I wonder if you can see it on this. Let me just turn it round. Can you? Yeah, you can see that. So you go like that and you can feel where it is.
That's
right?
Yeah.
So then, see if it's better on that camera. I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to come in tight so you can see it really well. There.
There we go.
So I'm going to take my number 2 tool.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll even just do this, just with a tumble dryer sheet.
Yeah.
Gives it a bit more slick. But you can see that I'm moving the yellow paper, not because this might be dirty, and the front of my card.
Right. Okay. And you spent all that time colouring it in.
Yeah. So now I'm using the number 1 tool. I've already given myself, and I'm just butting up to it and then going around the corner.
Yeah.
Turn it again, come back down, turn it again, come back down. Do you see? And I just keep going around like that. And I've got a really good embed. I know I have. This is the back.
Okay. So no die cutting or mangle required for this at all.
So I've done that. And you can see now,
wow.
It's really crisp. It's right in the center. The stamp is in the middle. We've got that edge. You know what I didn't get when I did my artwork before? And I was really annoyed with myself because I didn't get the color on the, see, I've got it now on the right edge.
Yeah.
But there's still enough room. If I wanted to, I could still put the other.
The double embed.
Yes, the double embed. I could still go. See, doesn't that look better than that? Yeah. See what a difference?
Yeah.
So I could still put that edge on there as well.
Yeah.
I find this is even easier. So I've done the number 1.
Okay.
Now I'm going to take this one. No, not that one. I'll go with number 2. There you go, number 2.
Right.
And that's going to give me this outer edge. So I'll go to number 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
You sound as if I'm doing something wrong.
No. I'm surprised at it because, again, it's that larger area, isn't it, that you're working on.
So now I'm going to take my, that's a bit sweaty, that bit, sorry.
Treat yourself to another bit of low-tack
tape. Treat yourself to another bit of low-tack tape.
There we go.
So we'll go like that, and I'm going to just lift it up like so. Just get it on that edge like that. Yeah. Now I know that it's going to fit. Right, and then I'll pop that on there like so. And I can see through, I can see, because now I'm lining up, not with the stamped image, I'm lining up with the edge.
Outer frame.
Right?
Yeah.
So now, again, I just want to detack that little bit there. Oh, you clown.
That was a technical term. It's a crafting term. Clown.
Clown. Could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
Right.
Could have been Christmas.
Yeah. Right. Now let's have a look. We'll go again. I lift this up. Okay. Just go like that. Hold it like so.
Yeah.
Now we know it's in place.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll lift the whole thing up. Over we go. And we know that somewhere around here, we're going on the inside this time.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So now we go on the inside. And I can just run my finger through there. Let me just see if I can feel it.
I suppose this is where the benefit of an inky finger comes in.
It does. It does. But let me just see if I can feel it. I reckon it's there. Yeah, I reckon it's there.
Yeah, just about see where you've gone with your finger.
But once you get into that groove, it's you can't, you just press against the outside. I find it easier to go around the inside like this. Oh, don't matter.
No, because it won't mark the card. But it's like the groovy system. If it jumps out.
Yeah. Right. So that is around the inside now, like that. So when you turn this over, you lift that away and you take that away, and you've got that really lovely professional embedded.
That's magic.
Yeah, I think so.
It really is.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's that little finishing touch. So whether you use it with or without the doodle dies, I mean, there you've got the comparison. There's nothing to say that there's nothing wrong with that one. It's just that it wasn't what you was after for the finished effect.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
No.
Now I've got a suggestion.
Yeah.
Right, because
Okay.
I've found with me. I've got this toothbrush. I really want to show you a trick, but I need a couple of minutes to clear the decks.
Okay.
If you could do a little recap.
Of course I can.
And then in the meantime, what you could talk about is Jayne Nestorenko's beautiful greeting cards.
Yes.
Why don't you talk about that?
We'll do
and
that.
let me just sort this out.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Because I don't want to lose all my little. Look, I've got all my little
bits and pieces.
Don't
want to lose
here.
those.
No, I've got all these bits.
Okay.
And they need to be put away, otherwise it's going to be chaos.
Right. Okay. So for those of you that tuned into the shack this morning, you would have seen that when Barbara was given a sneaky peek of what was coming up today at 2 o'clock, there's a beautiful collection of Jayne Nestorenko finished greeting cards. So we've got them on the screen, and I'm going to sort of stand over to this side here. And you can see we've got this lovely display, but let me bring them in. I've got a
If I get away from the top there, you could use
I can do that. There we go. So let's open these up here. So the item number for Jayne's cards is 31733. Okay. And Jazz put these together. And when we have a look, you've got
just borrow these
you can indeed. You've got your envelopes, so they're ready to send. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colorways. So if you're looking for very sort of quick and easy last minute cards, i.e. me, then you've got these beautiful designs from Jayne. So you've got that one there, the lovely snowman. Then you've got the bridge. That could be sort of, I mean, a little bit of glitter if you wanted to add some of that to it as well. Then you've got the cottages. So remember that piece of artwork that Barb was showing earlier from Francis Knott in the Groovy? You've got those there. Then you've got the children. I love this one. Look, the snowman melting.
Hey, gorgeous.
In front of the gate. Then, I mean, for me, these night skies, they really do bring these designs to life. So you've got that one there, the cottage, log fires going. And then this one here, Merry Christmas with the church as well. But maybe you're thinking, okay, this one here, this could be a lovely wedding card because you could just cover up the Merry Christmas with a sentiment of your choice. So if you've gone for any of our the pinky grey stickers, you could replace that greeting over the top as well. So they're all printed on top quality cardstock. They are blank on the inside for you to put your own message. So that is the Jayne Nestorenko winter collection. And then also we have a collection of ready-made cards designed by Barbara herself. So this is item number 31734. And this is Barbara's Christmas lino cut card collection. Wow. Christmas lino cut card collection. Not easy for me to say. Look, and many of you will recognize these designs. These have all been hand cut by Barb with lino cut. They were turned into stamps, and now Jazz has turned them into Christmas cards. So you've got the little robin in that design there. You've got the tree with the cottage. You've got that moonlight coming through, and then you've got the little cottage at the base. So if you'd like to have a look at those, the item number for those is 31734. £10 plus your Clarity craft card. Maybe you know someone that wants to send Christmas cards this year and they haven't got around to sort of making them, or you send them, get them and give them as a gift to somebody. Because I mean, like Hilma, Barb's mum, she doesn't make cards. She would love these, wouldn't she?
She loves them. She's got them.
Has she got them already?
And the leafy ones, that's her favourite ones.
The pinky grey ones.
With the stickers.
Yeah.
Right, I'm ready now.
You're ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Over to you, Virgil.
I had to clear the decks. So are we all right? Are we good to keep going?
I think
come
so.
on. This will only take a little while. But, you know, it's all about finishing tricks. So what I also wanted to, just one thing, I needed this to dry a little bit before I carry on with it, right? And I need a little bit of black card so that I can test the right, here we go.
Right.
Okay, so what you'll see is, this is exactly the same as that one, right? Except this one's got snow on it. Posca pens, enter the Posca pens.
Right.
So we should have them on the...
We have indeed. So you've got you're using the fine one, aren't you, Bob? So we'll bring that one up on the screen.
So the thing with these is, if you ever want to make snow or stars, there is nothing like a Posca pen. But if I'd done this straight away before I let the ink dry, then it soaks in, right? So if you're batch making and then you go in, right, you'll see that the whites really stays white. And while you're there, if you've got the Posca pen in your hand, if you want to really add a little bit of luster, I mean, listen, you could use glitter, you could go for it. But what you'll find is that where the pencil did a good job, the Posca pen will do the bright, real bright.
Block.
Yeah, it's a proper opacity. So that's something, just little finishing tricks. Right, if you want to put a little bit of...
And that would be the last thing that you would do. You've assembled all your cards, you've done your matting and layering, and so that's just your little finishing tip. Again, if you wanted to go for perca glitter, you could do that as well.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I wanted to add was that.
Yeah.
Right, so that's another little finishing trick. But doesn't that look better than that?
It does. All of a sudden, it's brought it to life, hasn't it?
Very much so.
Yeah.
So now I've done that. Yeah. Now I want to show you one more trick.
With your toothbrush.
With my toothbrush.
Okay.
With Dave's toothbrush.
Poor Dave.
But I need, because this gets a bit messy.
What going to do there? It was like a truncheon.
Brown mat. So we do sell these.
We do. We have these on the show.
We do.
So the item number for that is 30943. And Jazz will bring that up on the screen for you any moment now.
There you go.
If you want to, there we go. I'll hold that up. Do it on the overhead.
Sticks to. They're great. Non-stick crafting sheet. Whoa.
Come back to that one. There we go. Jazz has beat me to it. She's brought it up. 30943.
So what I wanted to show you was the card that we're going to make. Oh dear, that camera seems to... Let it happen.
There we go.
So what I wanted to show you, because this is the interesting thing, it's exactly the same as we've been doing. You know all those ones
that we die cut,
that we die cut. This is the same again, right? But with a different background now, because we always tend to go to the same thing. So I thought, right, we'll try something a bit different. So we could do, like, where did she get that background from? How did she do the speckling? And that's where the toothbrush comes in. So let me just hold it up like that. I like that.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure when you said that with this one, I thought, oh, you've taken a pen and you sort of like stippled.
No, so let me show you. If, for example, I take my chamomile, right, these are the infusion papers.
Yeah.
And if we go into these infusion papers, like these ones, look, they're beautiful.
They're lovely. So we've got a complete collection, which Jazz will bring up on the screen for you. So if you want the complete collection, it's 31513, and you've got a £4 saving on that one. But if you just want the chamomile, then Jazz will bring that one up for us, 31457. Look at that, spot on.
Yeah, beautiful. So you've got your chamomile there, and then you've got different ones as well. You've got hibiscus, you've got peppermint, and you've got Darjeeling, right? So this is, I've gone with, because I wanted to kind of show you, just because this color is like this, that doesn't mean you have to settle for it like that. This is that. I've just changed it. You see, if you look, you can see there's that bit there, right? And all I've done is flicked the toothbrush at it.
Nice. And these are our collage papers that we're also using in our online workshops, aren't we?
Yeah.
The Viaduct.
That's
which
it.
Is coming up.
That's it. But we send you what you need for that one. But let's say, for example, I want to do this one. I've already stamped it. What did I do first? First I cut it, then I stamped it. Now I'm colouring it. Then if I want to still do an embed on there, I can easily. Right. But the main thing to do now is to isolate this middle bit so that we don't get flecks all over that.
Right. Yeah.
So what we're going to do again is take this
low tack tape. How useful is this?
And it will protect. So I'm just taking, look, you don't need that. Right. And then we're just going to take the low tack tape, which is
masking off like you did when you was applying colour to that first piece of artwork you created.
Yep. And then we'll just take this round, keep it tight. But what it's doing is it's protecting the whole panel, isn't it? Right. So we're just exposing the bit that we want to splat.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll do this. because I wanted to get the feeling that, you know, not smooth, but flecks.
It does. It looks like that paper that oh, what was that paper?
It's like confetti paper, wasn't it?
Yes, it had it embedded into the paper.
So let me just do this like this. I can take a bit more off there. It's doing the job, but at the same time, I'm doing the background, because what I'm going to end up with is all the back. See, so I fleck that, and I'm going to do the backgrounds at the same time.
2 for 1.
Want to see something really, really cool?
Go on then.
It goes on the back as well. It comes through.
Oh,
I know. There you go.
nice.
So if you, and it's the same, I've done it on the front, and the ink's come through to the back. Brucey bonus.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That means that you've got two options now. Right? I know. So you've got 4 cards going on here.
From one
plus
piece
the
of 8 by
centerpiece.
8. Yeah.
Right, so we got that, we got that, we got that. Now we need
The toothbrush.
We need a toothbrush. I got one of them.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of water on the go.
Okay.
And then the only other thing I'm still looking for is, now where is it?
What is it you're after, Bob?
My blending mat.
Your blending mat. This one here.
Oh, this one here, you
where's
mean?
your Dame Edna's? You nearly went like that then, didn't you?
I did. Here's my blending
But that's
mat.
what crafters do. It's right in front of them, but they can never see it.
I put it there because I was going to do it.
Do it.
Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've picked 3 colours.
Yeah.
I picked scattered straw,
Yeah.
bright persimmon, and evergreen bough.
Okay.
They're the colours that make up that kind of fleck.
Nice. Tutti frutti.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we've got to do though is we've got, and I've put some water. Obviously at home it was easier because I had a big cup and I just swooshed. But I need to be able to clean the brush.
Right.
So I've got that there, and I've got a paper towel. Right. What are you doing? Putting everything away?
You did say it was going to get messy.
Well, it does.
Maybe,
it does get messy.
Maybe you want one of our Clarity aprons that we sell.
Have we got one?
I haven't got one in here. No.
Right,
But we've got them on the website.
We'll do this colour first. Right. So what we're going to do is, let me just bring this out a little bit. And then on this happy note, I will finish. So I've got, and I also need a spritzer.
Okay.
So my spritzer, look, this is me. This
I've
works.
got one of them.
Well, yeah, it's empty. Obviously, it's not hairspray.
That's what I was talking about.
It's been emptied out, rinsed out, and then I've added it a little bit of water is all I need.
Right, okay.
Right. So I've got the water there. I know it's very homespun, this.
Yeah.
I've got to say, very homespun. But do you know what? I like homespun. Let me get a bit of copy paper, and then we'll see. Because you don't want to hose it down, right?
Okay.
Let's see what happens if I do that. Right, that's what I'm going to get.
So you're just flicking it on your finger?
Like that.
Just like that?
Right, just like that. So you pick it up.
Yeah.
And then you go like that. I wish I'd used it, but that's all right. That's all right. Look, just pick it up and then drop it off. Pick it up and then drop it off. And even though you think nothing's happening, it sure is, right?
I suppose it's that thing where once it dries.
Yes. Maybe want a bit more.
Yeah.
Right. Need a bit of water to make it move.
Okay.
Right, a bit more water. I'll go up here because I don't want it to completely hose my masterpiece. Right, under here there's nothing. So I'll move it over a bit.
Of course.
Right. So flick, 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 flick. Right, then let's see if this works on the underside. That's a yes.
Nice.
I know. Happy days.
Yeah.
So if you like to get a little bit more, so I'm going to take the yellow away now.
Okay.
Right.
If you're looking for some spritzer bottles, we do sell them. A pack of 5, item number 30098. If you haven't got hairspray like me.
Toothbrush, clean.
Yeah.
Clean toothbrush.
Yeah.
Right. Now I'm going to use a bit of, this is a bit juicier. Ripe persimmon.
Okay.
Right. I need a bit more water on that one. Right. Let's have a look what we've got. See, what you're going to do is you're going to batch make. This could be a bit, let's try it first. Oh, no, it's lovely.
Juicy Lucy, that one.
It's lovely. Here we go.
Ken said it's an afternoon with Barb at the Flicks.
Ah, that'll do. Right, move it over a little bit. Maybe want a bit more. I'm gonna wait. Hang on. Yeah, this will work. A bit more. It's going to be good, and it was. Right, I know I'm wasting. See, I would go into mass production here, and I know that I'm wasting ink. You don't need to tell me. I am aware of it.
Right. Normally, I mean, if you was at home, you'd be mopping it all up, wouldn't you? As
you'd be mopping it up, and you'd be using it for other things.
Yeah.
I'm just showing you one technique, aren't I, with 3 different colours.
Yeah.
Right. So then we go to the third one, but what you get is a really lovely speckled effect.
I was going to say it's a delicate splattering, isn't it? Yeah.
Because if you use like distress sprays,
they can go quite.
You get a lot. See,
blobby. Yeah.
Right.
Too much water.
Too much water. That's why we've got a little bit of a. Mind you, I don't mind it, but it wouldn't do on a little tiny. Let's have a look. Where is it? There it is. Here it comes. Hey, I love it.
Nice.
Check that out.
See, I'm not into messy, but I would do this.
Well, I should think you could cope with this, Paul.
I could cope with that.
Right. See. And look, I'm getting another layering paper going on here. So I like that. And so that's that.
I've just had a fall. Maybe some of our friends have got electric toothbrushes. I can just see them try that and go whoosh, and it doesn't go anywhere near the card. It just covers everywhere around the outside.
But the thing is, no, we're not going to do that.
It's got to be a traditional, old-fashioned toothbrush.
There you go. And then when you peel this away, what's really neat, it's still wet, obviously, so we haven't, right? But then when but look, it's so nice.
Nice.
It's so nice.
It looks like fairy lights glistening in the background, doesn't it?
And then when this is dry, look, this was a piece that I just put on, tested it on there. And when it's dry, what a lovely design that is.
It is, and it does remind me of that embedded paper back in the day.
Yep.
That's really lovely.
So that's it, friends. That's how I got my speckle in the background. I got my speckle in there, and I could do a whole. I think this is good enough. You know, I think. And when this is dry, I cut it, I chop it up, and then I can mount it onto a card.
And then so you got 4 cards straight away, then, haven't you?
You got 4 cards straight away, and I think. See, this is sans splat.
What does that mean?
Without.
Right.
Without splat, with splat.
With splat.
More interesting. Look.
Yeah.
Isn't it? There you go. That's it. I'll leave it there. That's all I have to say on the matter.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Easy.
So don't forget, you can get the downloads via the Clarity Craft website. And I think, obviously, we don't sell the toothbrushes, but it's on that list anyway. If you're interested in the stamps, we've got them on the screen. The item number is 12039.
Thank you.
It's £10 saving, $49.98. If you like the groovy, then Jazz will bring up the groovy plates, item number 42402, and that's got an £8 saving on there. And don't forget, if you've just tuned in, you can go back, just go to the claritycraftswebsite.com, go to the blue Clarity TV or the turquoise TV button, go there, click on catch up, and you can go back and watch the start. And that's where you'll also find the project downloads as well.
I think what would be really nice, Paul, just to end on, would be a couple of lovely art samples. Okay. I'll clear the decks first. But I think it would be really good just for our friends at home to see some finished, beautiful art samples. You know, what I did today was very simple, very achievable, very batch makery.
Yes.
But what our
the finishing touches as well to it, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but if you look at the artwork that the design team have done, then you get to see the beauty of Jayne Nestorenko's samples. So I'm going to invite you to take over. So
this one is from Tina Morris, and so Tina's created a panel and then a butterfly offset in the middle there. Then this one here is from Deborah Wheeler, and this is using the bow papers in the background. Then we have another piece from Deborah Wheeler coming in. Like,
I tell you what,
so.
why don't I come down a bit on the card like that?
So that's another one from Deborah Wheeler there. And I do really like the effect of the tiling. Yeah. So this one's from Debbie McMullen. This one stamp coloured in 4 different ways.
And then she's used our stickers, which are fabulous. Yeah. This is Barb's stickers.
Oh, nice. Is that Barb's ones on there?
I think so, yeah.
Then we've got a grungy piece from Andy Duggan.
Nice.
Nice backgrounds there. Then this is one from Linda Spencer. So taking Jayne's original rose and then creating, for me, it reminds me sort of like a mosaic type of
And they
effect.
they're tiled.
Yeah.
So they're literally cut right out to the edge. Yeah, nice, aren't they?
One from Linda Spencer. I love the dahlias. Really nice with their colorways and the stencils in the background. Then just taking the sentiment like Debbie McMullen's done here. She's used the dot doodle dies around there.
Looks pretty, doesn't it?
Nice background, the Pico dies. We have another one from Debbie. This is quite nice, sort of creating a panel within a panel.
Yeah.
And then the
doodle dies. See, that's it. When you start to look at the artwork, you start to see the amount of doodle die work.
Yeah.
You know, and how the artwork just looks so beautiful, you know.
It's from Sonia. Now, Sonia's done 2 pieces, and this is using our, they're like abstract dies.
They're great. They're great for backgrounds. Yeah, they're great for mixed media.
Another one here from Julie Dunn. Embedder in the middle.
Yeah, round embedder.
Another one from Julie Dunn.
This is a nice one. I like this. Dude, this has got the bow wallpapers in the background.
Yeah, I wondered where
that's a nice panel.
Deborah Wheeler.
There you go. So it's just straightforward, and you can see here there are 3, center, left, and right, done really nicely.
Masking tape and then color applied.
There you go. Very lovely. That's it. And last but not least, Debbie
McMullen, type of panel this time, but with a subtle background.
Nice. And that one we've got to show
is Sonia Goodley.
There, I love that. Look at that background. So that's nice. Using one of our block print stencils.
Yeah.
And then see what a lovely background that is. So it's a block print stencils, and then exactly what I've done. Look, but just a bit smaller. She's gone down one.
And that's the lattice, which works really well with the rose design, doesn't it?
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
So there you go. She's just gone down a notch. Love it.
Lovely.
Love it. Thank you so much, design team, for making us look good again.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your company. I hope that you like what we are showcasing today.
Yep. And don't forget, you can watch up on catch up again. So once you get your products home and you think, oh, what was that? What did Barb do with that toothbrush? Well, now you know. You can go back anytime, wherever you are in the world, night or day, and just watch it back at your own leisure.
Thanks very much for joining us. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Jazz, for being in the gallery today. Wonderful.
Sue on the call centre. And then we're back tomorrow, 10 and 2, Groovy Tuesday at 10 o'clock. 2 o'clock with some lovely designs from Linda Williams.
Oh, yeah, the lacy
frame, frilly frames. And then on Friday, something super special, 10 and 2, with Barbara and myself again. 'Twas the night. That's all we're saying.
See you later. Bye-bye.